Hello. Today I want to talk to you about using Google Sites. Now, many people will probably think to themselves, there's no way I can make a website that's like really hard and difficult. And it is. It is really hard to make an actual great website. But fortunately for us, Google has made that much easier. And they've done that by a new app, or a revamped app, I guess I should say, because Sites has been around for a while. But they really revamped the app recently, and it's become much easier to use. And I think really just about anybody can make a website. And there are some neat applications for education. So I would say that, once you've got your Chrome open and you want to come over here and you want to go to your apps area, and then you'll find Sites in there. Looks like this. You're going to open that. You can also just Google sites.google.com, but it's always up there in your little apps menu. And you can see here that I've made a whole bunch of them, and I've had students make a bunch of them, so mine is just full of sites, but yours will probably not be. What you want to do is you want to just start fresh with a brand new site. So you're going to go down here. This plus sign is going to be your new or add button on almost any Google app. So you're going to click that. And it's going to open up the editing page for creating a Google site. Now, there are a lot of interesting things you can do with Google Sites. You can really customize them. You can make it look differently, and that's just something that you're going to want to play around with till you feel comfortable and find the way you want it to look. But let's just say that up here I want to title my site, cool site. And then maybe I want to change the header. I want to just make it a little smaller, so I'm going to go click, or maybe bigger or smaller, or I just don't want that at all. I just want it to be nice and clean like that, or I can make a whole cover page. So there's some options there that it does for you. You don't have to know any kind of coding or anything to make that happen. You can also upload an image from your own computer to insert in here. They do have some sort of like stock images and designs that they put in here. So that looks kind of cool. Let's just put that in there. All right, so now my site is getting definitely cooler. And it will see how it automatically changed the color of the typing and the tint of that to make it readable. You don't even really have to worry about that. I'm going to enter my site name. I'm going to call it Cool Site. And you'll notice that the whole file then changes to that. Now you have all kinds of options here. Typically on a website you have this sort of landing page, maybe not much on it. But you want to add a toolbar up here with all the different pages you want to go to. So you'll click Pages. Once again, you have the Add button. You're going to add a page, new page, and you're going to name this, like Stuff. And now you have a page called Stuff that you're working on. And we're going to want to insert right over here a layout of different things. So maybe I want it to look like this. I could put in an image. I could put in a video. I can do all kinds of stuff. So I could search for one using Google search. So I'm going to select this image of a school, and then I'm going to put school is cool, because this is all about cool. Whoa, it's all about cool things here. And then I could, put some other information down in there. I can drag that around to different places, all kinds of stuff. You'll notice too when you hit this little drag bar up here, it does put the lines in so that you can see if you're centered or uncentered or something like that. And so now I can go back to my home page and my stuff page. School is cool. I could, of course, rename that if I want to by going back to Pages, hitting my little three dots, which is Options, and I can rename it, make a subpage, delete it, move it around, whatever I want to do. I can make more pages if I want to. I can link this page to a whole other website if I want to. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can also create a carousel of images, you can create buttons, you can insert videos, calendars, maps. You can put docs in that you've made, slideshows that you've made, spreadsheets. I mean, all kinds of stuff you can just put in here. And it's really easy to do. You just kind of click what you want, and it'll ask you where to get it from, and it'll put it right in there. So if I wanted to put a YouTube video in here, I could search YouTube. I can upload videos that if I have them saved on my computer. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can insert a slideshow. So here are different slideshows that are on this account. So, I got this whole big slideshow here on the Cold War. So I'm going to insert that. And now that slideshow is actually in this website, and students would be able to access that from here. So why do this? Well, I mean, this seems like kind of a bit of work, and what good would this be for? I don't need a website. You might be thinking, well, there are some ways that you can use this to actually save you a lot of time. So instead of just making a random website like I did, you could make a website that is more useful. Like, for instance, you could create a website about a project. So let's just say that you've invented a project in your class. It's called Project Z, and it's all about things that start with Z or have to do with the letter Z. And so you make a website about this project, and you keep that website. And every year or every semester when you offer this class and they do this project, you simply give them this website. Maybe you post this website in Google Classroom, or you email it to them, or whatever. But you have already pre-made a website that has all the steps on how to do the project. It has probably your rubric in there. You could maybe put in videos of other projects that people have done. You could record yourself talking. I mean, there's an endless amount of things you could include in here for a resource for students while they're working on your project. So that is a really great way that you can do that. You can also just create entire units on here. So if you wanted a whole unit on a topic, so let me get an example going for you here. So this is one that actually a student made about Jacob Riis, who was a photographer. And so say you wanted to teach about Jacob Riis, well, you can make a website all about Jacob Riis. You could have all the different slideshows that you use maybe up here in different pages. You could have projects that you have them do or assignments that they want to do. You could have explanations or directions in here. And so while you're in this unit about maybe Jacob Riis, everything the student needs to be successful in that unit is linked to or into this website, and students are going to be able to access all that, find all that, all in one place. So you can use this in a few ways to sort of organize things in a visually appealing, sort of dynamic way. And once you have it made, it's made. And you could save it, edit it as needed, and all that kind of stuff. The one thing that I do want to kind of warn you about with making slides is that it is a little different in one key way from making other types of documents or projects. So I'm going to go back to my really boring cool site, which isn't as cool as I hoped it would be. And I want to just say, like, okay, I want my kids to now have access to this. What I don't do is I don't share it with them. Because what in sites, what happens when I share this with them is it gives them the power to actually work on and change this website. And I don't want them to do that. Instead, what I do is I publish the website. And don't worry, nobody's going to be able to find this outside of District 205, and only if they have the link anyways. And you'll notice that now this little link symbol has become available. I click on that. This is what I give the students. This is the website's address. This is what I give them. I do not share the site with them unless I want them to work on it somehow, right? Or I might share it with another teacher because we're working on it together. But I do not share that with students if I don't want them to have edit power, because whoever you share it with is going to be able to edit this. The other thing you can do is you can click this preview button. This will show you what it'll look like on the student's screen, and what it will look like on a tablet, and what it will look like on a phone. And then if you want out of that, just click the X and you'll be back into editing. So I hope you found this useful. I think there's a lot of time-saving tools in here once you have the site built, and I think students really like having a really visually appealing way of maybe working on projects or organizing information in different units. And of course, Google Sites, it's a link, so you can just put that link right in Classroom already, so you don't have to email it individually or all that kind of stuff. If you have a Google Classroom set up and the kids are already in it, you put up a new unit, you link the site to the unit, they click it, it opens right up to the site, and it's really easy and safe way to share that information with students and let them be able to access that whenever they want.